What's going on, guys? It's Legitsky, and today I got something a little special for you. I'm starting a new series on my channel called Time Capsule, where I'm going to be sharing gameplays with the permission of some legends in Halo's community from the past. This gameplay here, we're going to be focusing on Dopey. This is a Team Slayer game from 2010, over 7 years ago. Enjoy. So, Dopey is playing in this game with RioT, Demolition, and SoLaRadE against sSyphoN, who is duels, Blackjack, Spade, and MeRk. As Dopey put it, this was a time when good players still played the game, and what he calls Team Slayer Kings versus Team Slayer Kings. And I couldn't agree more. This is a really nice lineup of players, and it's a sweaty game, and a real good look into Halo's past. So off the bat, Dopey gets out-sniped in the beginning, but he spawns bottom mid and rushes up towards the right pocket from red, and manages to kill Blackjack, stealing his sniper and returning it back to his lobby. So his team gets the lead here with SoLaRadE killing Spade, Demolition killing Blackjack. Dopey decides to go up into the right attic in his lobby, peeking up around top mid into their lobby, trying to pick up some kills. So this came from a time when Team Slayer lobbies, you wouldn't have kids just running around, you know, holding forward like you see today. This was a time when you had designated teams, really sweaty games where you wouldn't have people just holding forward. You would have a team shot. If you tried holding forward back in the day, believe me, you would get melted in 2 seconds by a team like this. So, games like this, you really see teamwork come into play more than anything else. Dopey gets a nice snipe on sSyphoN, who had rockets on his back. Looks like SoLaRadE's pushing up here. He's backing off. He's not trying to hold forward and get killed. Really smart. So some background on Dopey, for those of you guys who don't know. Dopey is one of those guys who was affiliated with the Team Slayer Kings. He played with some of the best Slayer kids of all time, including sSyphoN, Godhand, RioT. So, Dopey knows Slayer. I believe he also had, outside of Slayer, 9 additional 50s, including a Mythic Brawl 50, which he played on frequently, a Throwback 50, a Squad 50, and some additional 50s. So, Dopey wasn't just a Slayer kid. So right here, Dopey, he decides to push up into the bubble. I probably wouldn't have done this myself, but he manages a trade here, so it really could have been a lot worse. He hands off that sniper to sSyphoN, though, which could be a little dangerous. But it looks like Demolition's getting a nice flank on him. So Spade is trapped down here, gets completely melted by RioT and Dopey. Seeing as they're stuck on red S1, it would be more proactive for them to push out. Looks like Dopey's gonna cannon over, use the old Needler trick. This is a trick that people just don't use anymore. It doesn't really work out. No one's top mid, so it's not a big deal. Dopey manages to flip the map, though, and spawns RioT next to him. The Blackjack is here on this blue right pocket. Dopey's not going to challenge. He's not stupid. He knows he has help, so he pre-nades Spade here. RioT's got his help. He cleans up Blackjack. Then Spade takes a few shots, backs off, and gets flanked by SoLaRadE. Amazing teamwork there. Like I said, you really see these designated Slayer teams running with just the best teamwork you could see in matchmaking. So Dopey gets naded out of the pocket, not a big deal. Unfortunately, the enemy team does get rockets here, so it's important that they stay alive. So Dopey gets an opposite spawn to Blackjack and sSyphoN. He throws a really good predictive power drain and a really good predictive nade, keeping sSyphoN weak, keeping Blackjack weak. He decides to hold forward here. He mops up sSyphoN and mops up Blackjack, getting a really nice double kill, getting control of their lobby once again. Obviously, if you guys don't know, these other players in the lobby, Blackjack is a Slayer and Squad legend. Blackjack is probably one of the best matchmaking kids of all time. You got sSyphoN, also, again, considered one of the best Slayer kids of all time, if not the best Slayer kid of all time. You got RioT. Again, RioT had like something like 12 or 13 50s in matchmaking, so this isn't your average run-of-the-mill group of players. You have some really good players in this lobby. So Dopey gets a nice trade here, and seeing as these guys have the red team trapped underneath, you're able to get them pretty much pinched in a corner and take care of them as a team. So Demolition gets a double, Dopey takes care of MeRk, spawns red lobby, and decides to push up to try to gain control of the 50. Looks like Spade is contesting him here. Dopey is smart to back off. Spade has better shots on him right now. So once Dopey gets his shields back, he can make a play. Demolition picking up a nice snipe there on sSyphoN. Dopey makes a very smart challenge here, taking care of the weak MeRk. And then, unfortunately, if Dopey's reticle was just an inch higher, he probably could have gotten Spade, but it's not a big deal. Spade gets taken care of. These guys are up 13 kills at this point, so realistically, they could be in a much worse position. As long as they can control spawns and not get flushed out and repeatedly spawn killed or trapped, they'll be good. SoLaRadE is pushed up a little far here. He gets double teamed. Not a big deal. Dopey's able to push back MeRk and the rest of red team back into their cannon. Seeing as they got their shields back, they're obviously going to push back up. They don't want to be trapped their cannon or bottom mid. Dopey does a good job staying alive here. He could have easily challenged Blackjack and attempted to trade, but it would have been dumb. Right here, Spade gets embarrassed. Dopey's holding this bubble down with RioT. These guys have really good teamwork. So right here, they've got a few guys pushing him, but then, of course, the good old double bubble beatdown comes into play. Unfortunately, RioT doesn't have Dopey's help here, but he takes care of the one-shot guys, so it's not a big deal. Dopey's once again pushing the 50, trying to force these guys back into their lobby, get a kill. Unfortunately, Spade gets a pretty nasty kill on him there off the coil, but Dopey gets a good spawn with his team. They're all together like they should be, getting ready to team shoot. So, obviously, Dopey gets weak here, but I like what he does here. Instead of running away and getting his shields back, he jumps up into the attic and still puts shots down, like a good team player would. Now, this is what Dopey should have done earlier with the drain. He takes the drain onto cannon, throws it top mid, gets an easy kill on SyphoN. So Dopey's leading the charge here with 12 kills. He's got some pretty good assists here as well. So RioT cleans up MeRk, who Dopey kept weak, and then the very nice bait and switch. RioT nades, Dopey runs in, cleans up SyphoN. Very good teamwork once again. So these guys are pulling away pretty hard now. They're up 11 still, only 7 kills left to go. Dopey gets a crazy stick on Blackjack. I'm sure Blackjack was screaming about that one.
5 minutes remaining.
Grabs a plasma pistol here. Unfortunately, MeRk's got better shots on Dopey. Dopey almost out-BR'd him though, which would have been pretty funny, but no big deal. Dopey's dead. Calls out the weak guy. RioT's doing some nice team shooting there. MeRk pushes the lobby here. A little aggressive, more aggressive than I would have done myself, but these guys do need kills. The game's pretty much over. I really wouldn't expect a comeback against a team like this, despite both of these teams being extremely even in my opinion. But anyways, Dopey here, just holding down this left pocket, putting down shots. His only worry here is to get grenaded out. Obviously, he's got a weak teammate here, so he needs to stand his ground and not get fucked up. Blackjack leads his shot pretty well here, keeps him weak, and MeRk cleans him up. So, red team's trying to make the game a little closer. RioT gets the last kill on Blackjack here, or the 49th rather, and then CR MeRk soars out and gets the out-BR by Dopey for the last kill. So there you go, guys. Dopey went 16 and 11 this game with 8 assists. This is a legendary gameplay from a legend himself, with some legends on his team, against some legends. So there you go, guys. That's my first time capsule gameplay review. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for my next upload. It'll be a gameplay by me. I will catch you guys very, very soon. Later.